love of La Liga.
Welcome back, everyone. This morning we come to you from DNA Studios in Humble, Texas. That is right outside of Houston, for those of you not familiar with the area. And we're here for the SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament. And on set with me now are the Bulldogs from Alabama A&M. Just quickly to set the scene here, first let me introduce you. Coach Otis Hughley is here. And right next to Coach is Dailin Smith. And then we have Omari Peak. But we're going to talk first about the Bulldogs because last season you turned in a 15-8 record and a 10-8 mark in SWAC play. But, Coach, as we were just talking about, for you, you just came in. You had to hit the ground running and kind of get this program going because this is going to be your first real year on the court with this team.
Yes. It was a pretty good start, foundational year.
Raise the mic up.
We hadn't played. I don't think there's been that many wins in 18 years. And for year one, these guys really, made an impression and made an impact with some meaningful wins. There's some guys teams that are right ahead of us that these guys did really well against. So I don't think there's any pro respect, but I think there's some team respect.
Yeah, let me ask you how you work this because I see you have 11 lettermen returning, but you also have 9 newcomers. So, I mean, that portal effect is affecting every aspect of things for coaches. So how are you going to mesh all these guys together?
Well, when you got started so late, you have to somehow offset the recruiting you didn't get to have. And so we're banking some kids, redshirting some kids, and trying to have them in the program ready to hit the ground running when their time is up.
Okay. We've got your team up there. We're about to see a little bit from the tournament action. We'll check that out in just a minute. But one of the things I want to say, and getting familiar with the guys, when you're coming in and you're a new coach and everything is new, how difficult was that for you? And how did you approach that, really?
Well, it wasn't really difficult because we got a great group of kids. And most of the winning that I've been around in the past, it always stemmed from high character. And we got a lot of character on this team. Kids that are the epitome of student athlete. These guys, they pursue excellence in the classroom as well as the court. I know it sounds like coach speak, but it's the truth. If I say anything else, it wouldn't be.
Dailin, let me get with you and talk a little bit about what did you do in the off season to try to improve your game and get better for this season?
I just stayed in the gym. I decided not to go home and decided just to stay on campus and work on my game and lift and try to get stronger. And get my shots up. So really just, working on all aspects of my game and, just staying hungry and staying in the gym all summer long.
Now, I'm going to tell the folks at home, I know that's true because when we were talking just a minute ago, I asked them, I said, are you even doing any video games? And they go, no, man, it's all basketball. What about some of the new players? I just asked Coach, how tough is it to become a cohesive group, to get everybody on the same page? How difficult is that?
Well, like Coach was saying, when you recruit a lot of high-value character guys, it kind of makes the meshing process very easy. We all have the same goals, and we all like to do the same things, and we all want to win and compete. So it's like once you put all those together, then it's easy to mesh and combine and compete. So
okay, let's go to Omari now, and tell me a little bit about your summer. What did you do to prepare and get ready for the season? First of all, do you go back after the season? Do you look at what you did on the court and say, what can I do to improve, and how did you approach that?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like you always do that at the end of the season. You always go back and look like, how could I have been better? And that's how you start your summer, your off season. A lot of speed and agility training, a lot of on the court training, working on my game, just trying to get better as far as ball handling, whether it be defense, any of those things. But yeah, I just stayed focused. I had the top NBPA, top 50 camp I went to over the summer as well.
How's that when you go in against different type of competition?
Oh yeah, it was a great atmosphere, very competitive. The NPBA is great. Like they took care of us well. They made what they could out of it, and it was an amazing event for sure.
Okay, Coach, you got these 2 young men sitting right here. Start with Dailin. Tell me, what do they bring to your basketball team, and what is it like to coach them?
First of all, they bring a lot of leadership. When necessary, they use words. More is court than taught, so they use it by how they conduct themselves, how they comport themselves on and off the court. Both of these student athletes above 3.5 team captain. He too was invited to the top 50. And he went last year. He just had he had shoulder injury at the end of the season last year. He spent the whole summer rehabbing, recovering, and working on his game. Well, he would have been with Omari as well. I don't see anything but great things from these two, and that's why they're here. The expectation for them is a lot higher for themselves than it would be for me and anyone else.
Okay, guys, I mean, you heard what the coach just said. Does that put any extra pressure on you guys? Start with you, Omari.
No, because like you said, we expect this from ourselves. So it's just we all got a common goal. We all trying to do the same thing.
No pressure at all. Just we want to win and we want to be held to that high expectation, and that's ultimately why we came to play for Coach Hill, because he holds us to that expectation.
Exactly.
Yeah, you talk about expectations and meeting a challenge. Let's take a look now at your preseason schedule, because you guys didn't shy away from anybody. As we take a look at that, Auburn right there is the name that first sticks out to me. Then you go down and you see Vanderbilt, and then UAB, and then you're going to be tested early on. So tell me a little bit about that schedule.
I mean, definitely, we're just looking to compete and win. I feel like a lot of teams, when they schedule Alabama A&M, they kind of check it off as a win. And no, we're not that same team anymore. So you're going to have to come with your best shot, just like we come with our best shot. So, I think we're going to shock a lot of teams, and we're going to win a lot of games.
And typically, this league is, in the last 2 years, it's probably beaten around 9 to 10 Power 5 schools. And the past, you would, use to offset your budget, pay all these money games. But we wanted to look at it a little different. It's the first time UAB has come to our place. You got UT Chattanooga that was in the tournament. And then you got Tennessee State that's right up the road. That's unprecedented to have that many home games at that level, with that level type of competition. Now it's tough. It's a daunting competition. Nevertheless, it's still a chance to win.
When you think about the competition in the SWAC, as you move away from that, this is to get you prepared for that SWAC.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can do well there and not play well in the SWAC. What does it really mean? But if it, prepares you, and you continue to get better, and you work toward playing your best basketball, being the best version of yourself as a team, and postseason, that's when it matters.
And you open SWAC play on January 6th at Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yes.
So that's not that far away when you really think about it. It's right around the corner. Let's have some fun now. I got a couple of fun questions for the guys here. We'll start with you, Omari. Straight up, who's the best dancer on this team?
It's got to be either Caleb or Josh, for sure. Probably Josh.
And that sounds like they're not shy.
Well, he sort of is there because Josh is my son. He always has been. He's just funny.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what, gets you through a season, though. When you have guys like that you can go to war with and still have fun with at the same time. Isn't that how it kind of works? David, what do you think about that?
I agree. Josh, it got to be Josh. When we're in the weight room, on the court, and you look over at him, he's going to be doing something. So that was definitely Josh.
Coach, one final thing to you. I'll get you to wrap it up with this. And you look, we saw 15-8 overall was your record last year. What do you think has to happen for your team to make that jump that you feel like they're capable of making this year?
Well, just, keep riding the trajectory that these guys' foundation he set last year, because what's in place now, it speaks volumes of what they did, but it also, it lays the groundwork for them to have a whole lot of fun, because they don't see it as pressure. Man, they see it as opportunity. Opportunity to be themselves, which is not hard. That's organic for them. And then be able to have the opportunity to put it on display. So they could probably do something beyond this, other than just get out in the workforce, have a chance to play at the third level.
Dailin, you're a senior. Omari, you're a senior also, right? So it's different when you're a senior. I mean, all of a sudden things start to click in because you realize this could be the end of the line. So how much motivation is that for you to go out the way you want to go out with during your senior year?
I mean, it's definitely a lot of motivation. I mean, like you said, this is my fourth year of college basketball, and I'm ready to, win it all and reap the benefits So it's like, yeah, I'm just ready to experience it to the full experience, and get all the accolades and all the victories that come with that. So yeah, I'm excited.
Omari, what about you? Because you going into your senior season, I mean, just what are some of your goals and expectations?
Goals as far as for us, win championship, of course. But yeah, being a senior, coming to this, for your whole life, you work so hard. Like, you just work so hard every day. Focused on getting better, whether it be anything. 1% better day, but that's what we always say. Practicing. Yeah, man, it's just I'm ready to put it on display. I'm ready to reap the benefits of what we, like you said, reap the benefits. That's what we're trying to do.
And then quickly, you guys are very, very familiar with the top players in the SWAC. So having that knowledge, how much does that help you prepare for this? Because you played against this guy. You said, well, I played against this guy. I know what his game is like. How much does that help you prepare for what you're about to go through?
You talk about as far as being in the top.
Well, yeah. I mean, just as far as not being intimidated to play anybody, to just go out there. You know what all these guys can do.
Yeah. We know these guys. We've seen these guys before. We just I don't know how to say it. Know the scouting report. You know what I'm saying? We know we're going this at the end of the day. So I feel like Coach Ugley prepares us as best as we possibly could be. So yeah. Oh no, I'm kind of stuck on this.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we've seen a lot of these guys. I've seen a lot of these guys my past 3 to 4 years. So I kind of already know, like, all right, this guy, this is what he likes to do, or this certain guy likes to do. But also, it's that same way and that same respect over here. They got to read the scouting report and look at us just as much as we got to look at them. So it's like, I feel like the playing field is equal, and they got to do as much as on us as we do on them. So.
Coach Ugley, you saw just a minute ago when we put up that preseason poll with how the media think things are going to shake out. When you see where do you even pay any attention to that?
No, it serves as fuel when they slate us to be at the bottom, like they did last year, and it's almost the same now. We finished 5th last year after being at the bottom, and we're still, toward that end. But there's been a body of work in the past that those other schools in front of us have done, and you have to respect it. You have to take that into account. We're just excited that we have the opportunity to be out there to prove them wrong, and have kids who are slated to graduate. By the way, he has another year. He's a COVID senior. He's a 5th year senior. So we got some experience sitting at the table, and we're excited to see to roll it out there to see where it lands.
Well, thank you all for being here today. Enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for taking part in it. Omari, actually, I thought you were going to say Dailin was the best dancer, so I thought we might get a little action here on the set, but it didn't happen that way. So thank you. Best of luck to you this year. Of course, we'll be right back. We'll continue our basketball show from Media Day for the SWAC, and we'll be back with Alabama State. They'll be in the house next. Stick around. We'll be right back.